All right, ladies and gentlemen, and fellow plastic chuckers. I caught an amazing deal on the PDGA Pro Shop website. They had a promotion for 50% off everything on their store. And I went on there thinking, I'm not going to find anything that I absolutely need to have. And I was right. I don't need to have more discs. I want to try more plastics. I want to try more molds and see what fits good and what throws well. And I only do that by mixing it up with either mystery boxes or until I have a partner when it comes to plastic that tells me what discs I need to be throwing. So I'm going to go through with you what I got. The promotion was 50% off everything on their website. They had mystery box for $100, $130 value, and then they had a couple Greasy Dye discs. I've already looked through what I have here because I need to look up flight numbers and tell you a little bit more about it. And then also the first video I recorded or tried to record, I said like 1,500 times because I didn't know flight numbers or enough about the disc to tell you. So starting off, got some minis, floppy one, the old PDGA logo, Latitude 64, mini with this heron on it, which you'll see on some of the other discs. I believe this is the most recent one that they're giving out with the new memberships and such, which is cool because I didn't opt for the disc, but I got these. All right, first up, Mint discs. This is the Alpha in Apex plastic. I looked up to see what the codes were on the back. It's a 8402 fairway driver, which I'm gonna love that. I have the Heat in the 9-speed. I have the Fireball in the 9-speed, which is they're polar opposites when it comes to stability goes. This will be a little bit more in the middle. It should be a little faster and straighter than the Athena that I currently bag, but can, depending on how well I throw it, could fit into a spot where I need something on those 300-foot holes or 280-foot holes, or I just want to bomb it out there straight and let it finish. Next, we have an Innova IT 76 -21, an understable fairway driver. It's got the Women's Global Event stamp on it from 2024. Love that flake in there. It's really pretty. Should be pretty easy to find amongst our leaves here in Florida. Following that are EMAC Truth dynamic discs. I have heard nothing but good things about the Truth. Anytime someone's talking about what mid-range someone should pick up if they're new to the sport, EMAC Truths are on there. Of course, your Buzz, all your like 5.4 speeds, or 5-speed 4 glides, or 5-speed 5 glides. So I'm interested in seeing how this flies. And this is their Dymax, what they were doing when they were doing dye jobs and promoting more people to dye their plastic. And I like this like ibis heron kind of mixture we have here. I guess it's a stork. Bring in those birdie babies. Same stamp. This is the Pure 3.3 -1.1. Good straight putter. I love the glittery kind of iridescent plastic. You can see through it. That'll be interesting to try out and get that. I'm trying more straddle and almost push kind of putts. Next, we have our Latitude 64 Explorer 7502, so not quite as stable as my Athena, but in that same realm. So if I beat my Athena in and it's getting too flippy, this could be something that fills in the gap and takes over that spot. Next, which I thought this was really cool, is the Wizard. I've not gotten the chance to try a Gateway Wizard. I've heard nothing but good things. I love the bead on it. It feels good in the hand. This is I believe they're glow plastic. I have to take a light to it to double check. They're SS Flex. It's 176 grams, 2302. If you didn't know, this is actually ASL or American Sign Language for PDGA. I thought that was awesome. I double checked so I didn't talk out my hindquarters. It's like a oil slick kind of stamp on there, which looks really cool. I'm gonna skip over a couple of the. I'm gonna skip over the Greasy Dye ones so you can see the rest of the mystery box. Next is a 6-time heat. I lost my recycled ESP heat one of the last time I was playing, so I'm so glad that I don't have to go shopping for another one, especially since I bought this mystery box before I lost it. I love a heat. 9.6 -3.1. If you don't know Discraft plastic or don't know Discraft molds, it is perfect for those hyzer flips to get through tunnels, or if you're looking for something 300 plus that you want it to flip and turn and ride through a hallway instead of having to trust a forehand that maybe is not in your game. Next, the zone. What can you say about the zone that hasn't been said? um, PDGA Champions Cup edition. It's got the navel orange on there with some kind of purple kind of print on there for the stamp. Almost I guess a dual foil kind of stamp, which looks awesome. ESP plastic, so you know it's going to be stable and it's going to hold its durability for a while. Crave, 6.5. Oh, zone 430, 4303, right? Yeah, 4303. Crave, 6.55 -1.1. I have this exact same disc from my membership last year in the bag, 167 grams. Perfect for those tunnel shots. You can give it a rip and it'll fly straight. These guys come out a little bit stable in this plastic, but they beat in nice and they fly forever. And then finally, brand new to me. I've never held one before. I'm very interested in seeing how I throw this disc. Is the Insanity. I've heard nothing but good things about this guy. -5. I'm sorry, 9.5, -2, 1.5. So the expectation is that it's going to give me a little bit of flip, and then crash to almost a straight. Or if I put it on a hyzer, that's going to flip to flat and then hold straight and then finish softly. Um, I was looking for something like the those Undertaker kind of numbers. I'm glad that this guy's made it in there. I'm really interested in seeing how this guy flies. And I believe the outside rim has a glow, so I'm going to take a look at that and see if that's the case. And then finally, the ones that I picked out specifically, I didn't actually get one of the discs that I was supposed to get. I was supposed to get a Greasy Dye Buzz, but instead I got an ESP Zone. I'm not super brokenhearted about it because this looks awesome, and I don't know if I'd want to give it up. But the expectation was I was going to get a Buzz and not another Zone. But really cool dye job. Those that cell style dye on there. I expect that guy to look really cool and really easy to find when I'm out on the course. 4303 again on zones, and then finally this guy is what I was really looking for. Greasy Dye Nuke. This is 2023 PDGA Champions Cup Edition, and that swirly, which is going to look really cool flying through the air, especially if I get it spinning the rotation of the die. I was needing a nuke, so having a Z nuke that I can beat in and know that's going to be stable and do what I needed to, it's going to be great. 13.5 -1.3 for that guy. We'll see if any of these guys slide into the bag just before this tournament tomorrow. The nuke might make his way in there, and the Insanity, I think, might make its way in there. Maybe that, what do you call it? Where are you at? I think the mint disc alpha will also. I'm really want to give this a rip and see what it's like. So I'm gonna set these three guys to the side, and I think we're gonna slide them in the bag and see how they do out of the course. I'll give you all an update around lunchtime of my score from round one, and then after round two, I'll post that and see where we're at for the tournament. And then finally, uh, after we finish on Sunday, hopefully, we're at the top of the podium, and we've got ourselves our first win of the 2026 season, and that we've got some really high-rated rounds because love to see my rating skyrocket, especially as some of the weaker rounds I had last year disappear as we get into February, March time. My Supreme Flight Open rounds were not as great as I'd like, so having those fall off as we get past February, early March, I think we'll see a pretty big jump potentially into that nine. If I were to guess, I think we could be at 940 by end of March. If I have a good weekend this weekend and maybe another tournament or two, I think by end of or by the March ratings update, I think we will be over 940. That's one of the goals. 940, 950 is what we were looking for the 2026 season. If we can do better, awesome. Uh, but we want to get there at least. So we'll see how we do with the Insanity, the Alpha, and the Nuke in the bag tomorrow, as well as my putting putters and such that I've been practicing a straddle putt with, and see if we can bag this first turn. Um, but till then,